What's up, y'all? This is episode 3 of Rico's Road to Financial Enlightenment. It's currently 10:25 right now. It's after hours. I just wanted to give you guys a better outlook and overview of my portfolio before I go into trading view and show you guys how I exit and actually enter trades. Currently right now it's after hours, so I'm up $36. That doesn't account for the option plays because it's after hours. That only accounts for the shares right now, and that would just mean I'm up $35 when you add up everything with the shares. And then at 9:30 when the market actually opens, that's when it'll implement how much I'm up or down on the option plays, and it'll show me how much I'm making. I already gave you guys and showed you guys my portfolio and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and go into trading view. I think this is something that everybody should use, especially when you're exiting and entering trades. Let's load really quick. Alright. So, a stock that I'm really interested in this week is Apple. So I would go to the chart for Apple. I would start on the day time frame. I would start on the day time frame to get a good overview of the price action and how it's moving before I go on the smaller time frames. I find that when you use the higher time frames first to get an overview, you can understand better how to find the support and resistance. I know all the indicators on here might be a little bit overwhelming, so I'm going to take these off. Right now, because of Apple's, they just had a big release on all the things that they're gonna have coming out in the upcoming months. So off of that release, Apple gapped up right here, and ever since they released that they're gonna be implementing more AI into their products, they have been trending up because there's a lot more growth potential since they're putting this AI and implementing the AI into phones, into the laptops, into the iPads, and all things like that. So my price target for Apple is around like $250, and that's just based off of other research that I've done. And I think that Apple's gonna make a little bit more of a pullback. I think to like right here, around this 207 mark. And if they make if they pull back right there, I think that'll be a great buying opportunity. Because if they pull back to right here and they establish that this is going to be the new support, because right now there isn't really an established support because it's just been running up. Maybe on Monday we'll get a little bit more of a direction, and that's what I'm looking for before I actually enter the trade. A good direction on how it's moving and where it's actually going, not just guessing. But I really got good hopes for Apple. reaching this 250. And if I were to buy into an option play for Apple, it wouldn't be for a few days or a week or two or even a month. I would buy out for at least until next year, and I would try to buy out until 2026. That way I would get enough cushion. If the trade didn't go in my direction, I'll get enough time to allow it to settle and possibly trend up in the way that I want it to go. Because I like to play calls, I haven't really played puts. You can also play puts in the market, and puts are just saying that the stock price is going to be moving down. But with the market in this uptrend that it's in right now, I just been playing the calls until we get in more of a bear market, and that's when I feel like the puts would be more lucrative, because we would be in a bear market, which would mean that we would be trending down. But right now we're in a bull market and we're continuously trending up, and we're waiting for the Fed. The Fed is supposed to cut rates sometime this year, and if they cut rates, which people are projecting around September, then it will affect the stock prices a lot. And I think it will affect them positively if they cut rates right before the election, and a lot of these stock prices will go up, including Apple, including things like Nvidia. When you get into TradingView, you can pay a subscription, but you can also use TradingView for free, which I suggest you use TradingView for free at first, just to get familiarized with the platform and get a better understanding of it before you put any money on it or anything like that. But I really wanted to show you guys the TradingView so you guys don't think that I'm just going on Robinhood and just placing trades blindly without any direction or idea of what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the Robinhood app. Alright. I'm gonna go into Apple. I have a contract for Apple right now. I got 2 contracts of it. I'm up $1,300 on it, which is 43%. As far as the percentage goes, I tried to close my position or either cut off my position, like trim half of it once I get 100%. Like this Nvidia call, the 240 call, once it gets up to 100%, then I plan on selling 15 of the 30 contracts that I have and letting the 15 continuously run up until the expiration date, which is July 17th, 2025. That way, when I sell those first initial 15 contracts, that will cover all of the money that I risk to get into the initial position. And that's how I've been profitable with a lot of my trades. When I've been getting into them, I try to get into them on a pullback. I don't try to get into them when they're at their yearly high, which is their 52-week high. That way, because if you get in when a stock is hitting its highs, it's easy for it to start either consolidating, which is just going back and forth, or pull back a lot to give it more power to run up. Like think of a trampoline and bouncing down and jumping up. That's how a stock moves. It's not going to just continuously be in a straight trajectory up. It has to go down to come up, go down to come up, but it's progressively moving up. But a lot of people get scared of the pullback. But since the stock market has been in existence, it has always trended up. Yes, there has been major pullbacks and times that it has came back a lot, but it has always recovered and then some. So I think it will be in a lot of people's best interest to position themselves good now. I think now is a good time to start positioning yourself good in the market where you can reap the benefits of, say, a Nvidia running up again to $1,000 where it just was before they did the stock split, or say Apple running up from 210 or wherever it is right now up into 275, 210 or 250. That's crazy profit. That's crazy profit. I just want to give people hope and a realization that this can change your life and you can make money on here. It's just not funny money. All of my money over here to the right is unrealized gains. Until I go in and actually sell these contracts, I don't have any of this profit actually. I do want you to understand that. So until you go in and actually take your profits, nothing is realized and you haven't actually made that money. That's why I like to get my contracts long dated, so I give my contract enough time to build enough profit on it where I'm comfortable taking it, where I feel like I made a good amount. Also I want to take you guys into Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance, along with TradingView, is an app that, or a website that you should definitely be on and paying attention to. This would be the fundamental analysis. The TradingView is the technical analysis. So let's go to Apple again, just because I was showing you guys that before. You're gonna go down here to financials, view more. And it's gonna show you every company that's public and that can be traded has to report their quarterly earnings and how much they're making or losing, how much they're profiting. They have to make that all of that information accessible to the public. I know the chart is a little bit overwhelming. Something that I always go to is the net income right here, and you can see year over year their net income is gaining. This year, 2023, it dropped a little bit from the 2022, but year to date right now it's up from 2023. You can also go over here and see their quarterly. That's their annually earnings and everything. Quarterly, they're still looking good. This I think their net income will increase a lot once they start pushing out this new iPhone and they start implementing all these things that they're talking about in their conference. You can also go and look at the cash flow. You need to make sure a company has free cash flow. Apple has a bunch of free cash flow. see from right here to right here how much cash dipped, how much, and they're putting that cash into other assets. They're buying up things. That's why Apple is going to continue to grow, continue to dominate, because they have so much free cash flow to put into these other projects. That's why I think it's a great investment for the long term, because they have cash flow to buy up these other companies that may be their competition, or buy up things that may put them ahead of the game from other companies. These are all the things that I go in and look into before I even think about buying a company. I also need to tell you that all of the numbers on here are in the thousands. So this isn't 381 million, that's 381 billion for their total revenue. You can also go on their balance sheet and you need to see how many liabilities, how much liability they have. 290 billion. And then you need to see their assets. 143 billion. Their liability is way over their asset. And that's just one bad mark. Everything else is good on Apple. But that could easily be turned around by what they're trying to do with this AI and all the things that they're trying to implement. And they could have their assets recover and be more than their liabilities. But we'll have to see. I just want to give you guys a direction to go when you're first getting into the market, to give you a better feel for what to look out for before you actually put your money on the line and start trading. I hope that these videos are insightful and really helpful. Alright, I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.